Please support us to check out Pensy Blog Official. Like, share, follow, and subscribe. A beaver that built a dam overnight. Hard work shapes our environments. Hi, this is your host. This is a production from my channel. A beaver that built a dam overnight. There was a beaver who lived in an area where there were no dams. He would look up at the Salmon River with its fast current and high banks and wonder how difficult it would be to build a dam across the river to create a still water pond behind it. The other beavers in his colony didn't want to talk about such a crazy idea. They were happy with their lives. They had plenty of trees to cut down and plenty of mud to daub their lodges with. Why should they work hard building something new when they could spend their time doing nothing? But the first beaver couldn't get the idea of a dam out of his mind. Every evening after the other beavers had settled down for the night, he would sneak off to a spot about 100 yards upstream from their lodge. There, under the cover of darkness, he would gather sticks and stones and begin building a dam. Every morning, when the other beavers awoke and came out of the lodge, they would see the first beaver at work and hurry back inside. It wasn't right for a beaver to work so hard. Such behavior was unheard of. And besides, what was the point of working so hard? A dam was a huge undertaking. Even if the first beaver managed to build it, it wouldn't last. The river would simply wash it away. Still, every evening the first beaver returned to his secret spot by the river. He worked all night, and every morning he went home before the others awoke. Day after day, he continued his labor. The other beavers watched him from the safety of their lodge, shaking their heads at his foolishness. Then one day, something wonderful happened. The first beaver finished his dam. He stood back to admire his handiwork. The dam was small, only about 2 feet high, but it held back the river just enough to create a tiny pool of still water behind it. The first beaver felt a surge of triumph. All his hard work had paid off. He had done something that no other beaver in the colony had ever done. That night, the first beaver proudly told the other beavers about his dam. To his surprise, they didn't laugh at him. Instead, they all got very excited. For the first time, they could see that building a dam might not be such a bad idea. A beaver that built a dam overnight. One by one, the other beavers began to help the first beaver with his dam. They brought him sticks and stones, and together they made the dam taller and wider. After a few weeks, the dam was over 10 feet high, and the pool of water behind it was big enough for the beavers to swim in. From then on, the beavers worked together every evening to make the dam even better. They covered it with branches and leaves to hide it from predators, and they planted trees around it so their young could play safely. In the end, the beavers created a wonderful home for themselves. They had accomplished something great by working hard and never giving up. Their hard work had shaped their environment and made their lives better. Where there's a will, there's a way. Hard work shapes our environments. If we think about it, almost everything we use and everything we do is shaped by hard work. Our houses, our furniture, our roads and bridges, even the paper we write on, all of these things are the result of someone's hard work. And while we may not always see the connection between our work and the final product, we can be sure that without hard work, we would not have the comforts we enjoy today. But it's not just our physical surroundings that are shaped by hard work. Our relationships are too. The love of family and friends, the respect of colleagues, and the admiration of others. All of these things are the result of hard work. When we work hard to be the best we can be, when we put our shoulder to the wheel and strive to achieve our goals, we set an example for others to follow. We show them what can be done if you try hard enough. Of course, hard work isn't always easy. Sometimes it means sacrificing our comfort or our leisure time. Sometimes it means taking on challenges that seem too great for us. But if we're willing to put in the effort, if we're willing to work hard, we can achieve great things. Just like the beaver that built a dam overnight. So the next time you're feeling lazy or unmotivated, remember the beaver. Remember that hard work shapes our environments and that with a little effort, we can achieve anything. Beaver that built a dam overnight. Hard work shapes our environments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.